Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video is a favorites slash gift guide. I'm looking at the things that I love and I thought right now is the perfect time because if you are struggling with what to buy someone for Christmas this year, maybe some of my favorites will be something that you can put on your list for a crafting person, a plant lover, any number of things that I was like, yes, I must share. And there's like one or two very, very random things in here, but this is my favorites list and I hope you enjoy. So the first thing that I want to share, because I need to like declutter all of this, is plants. And I have no idea what that noise was. Are you okay, bud? My favorite is, one of my favorites is this ping plant. There's a lady that I know just through Facebook Marketplace that got me onto these plants. And what I love about them is they're not only fairly easy to look after, but they have these gorgeous purple flower and they're carnivorous. So every time you buy bananas, every time you bring in a new plant, sometimes there might be little critters on them. And by little critters, I mean those little fruit flies. There's a lot of different names for them, gnats, that sort of thing. And these plants go, okay, we want those. We use those for food. And they are fairly easy to look after and take care of. And like I said, they're so useful. So this is definitely one that I recommend if you're ever in a plant store, or I haven't seen them in my area, but I know they're widely available in other places. So I get mine from that lady, but this has been one of the great loves of my life, and they propagate fairly well. I'm trying to see how big this will grow, so we'll see. The other plant that I wanted to share with you is my Thanksgiving cactus. So I've recently learned that mine is a Thanksgiving, not just from the leaf shape, but this is at the tail end of its flowering session. And it went crazy right around the time of Thanksgiving for America. In Canada, it's in October, so it wasn't quite ready then. But it has these beautiful white, pink flowers, and I have already propagated this bad boy into another littler plant. And so this is the gift that keeps on giving, because not only do you get one lovely, lovely plant, but then it's something that you can very easily propagate and give to friends and family and stuff. So if you want one for yourself, and then you can propagate them, and it's really easy. And sometimes it's just a leaf falls off, and I will put it in a little jar of water, and I'll put the roots in or see roots growing, and then I put it in soil, and it's growing lovely and great. So that's definitely one that I would recommend from somebody who's still trying to figure out how much of a green thumb I have. I feel like jury's still out. Okay, I'm gonna pause you and put some of these plants away so that I don't feel quite so claustrophobic. All right, and I am back. I wanted to share this tinsel because when I grew up, we had that like metal stringy stuff that used to go all over the tree, and then it went all over everyone, and it got caught up in the vacuum, and it did all of the things that you didn't want tinsel to do. And I wanted to share this because I don't know, maybe I think it's new. It's not really. It's very inexpensive to get at a dollar store or whatever, but I wanted to share because it takes all the fakeness away, makes it look like snow in the lights. It's gorgeous, and there's no mess. So I wanted to share this because It is my favorite. It's one of the things that I will decorate all over the house with this particular tinsel. And I feel like I've just brought a little bit of the outdoor snowy magical place into our home. So I'll put you down there. Going back to the plant thing, I can't remember if I've shared this before, but I wanted to highlight it again. Dollar Tree has these plates. Now, I'm half Dutch, and so I have this love of white and blue dishes. If I ever have like my own like fancier kitchen that I get to like decorate from top to bottom, this is going to be the theme of my kitchen. But I just love these plates, and they were like, I think $1.25, maybe $1.75, so worth it. And I just put it under my plates. I have a couple in my cupboard now, so we'll see. I might get like more, but it's just there's something about this that I just love. And as far as like price point goes, it is perfect. I've seen so many different ones that are crazy expensive. On the same Dollar Tree thing, I again love. But what I love about this too is that it's kind of like a terry cloth almost. And so it actually does what a kitchen towel is supposed to do, which is dry things. What are you supposed to do, my Darian? So, but I love the pattern. I do believe that they're kind of supposed to be a set, if not exactly the same. It might not be the exact same, but it works so well together, and I love this. And like I said, for somebody that you know that has that blue and white bent, they're perfect gifts, but also at a really low price point. Another thing, okay, now we're going to something else. I really love this arrangement. This time around, I did, this is a mixture of things I've thrifted and things I bought on Temu and IKEA. And so I really am just wanting to encourage you to go out to your thrift store and see what kind of stuff they have. This snowy one, silvery one, not my favorite at all. But when you place it with other greenery, it just sings, and I love that. And so the vase itself was a gift, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I love the shape, and so I did the baking soda paint thing on it. And like now I can't get over how pretty. You could put a bow around the neck and make it even more festive if you want. I've got lots of stuff going on in this room, so I don't need that. But I wanted to share because it brings me so much joy to have like things that are just lovely, but also hardly cost me anything. And that just, I don't know, there's something about it that fills me with joy. All right, going to some crafting items, I think. I saw this. It's a styrofoam ball, and you can find many a video on YouTube nowadays with different crafts, but you take some extra fabric you have lying around the house. These little lace flowers are actually from my wedding dress. I still have lace from my wedding dress that I had made, but it's really simple craft. You have to do a little bit of measuring to just kind of try and figure out where you want to place things. But essentially what you do is you take a butter knife and you cut those little things out, and then you cut the bit of fabric you need and you tuck all of the ends in there, and it stays. It's so great. And I got some of this wire at the thrift store. I got some of the greenery at the thrift store. And yeah, it was just stuff I had lying around the house or thrifting. And this bauble, oversized bauble, is just gorgeous. And I love hanging it in my window, and just makes me happy. So I wanted to share that with you. It's, again, for me, I'm doing this craft with like homeschool kids, and I feel like it's such a low maintenance, like there's no hot glue involved, there's no anything. There was a little bit of math involved because I wanted it to be, but like you could do it in any shape or size. You could have them draw out what they wanted. Yeah, anything. But this one for me is a win, and I hope you like it as well. Another thing that I love is I found this on a YouTube video, I think. And it's just, this was from 2020, and I took a picture of my kiddos and cut them out. And then the rest this is just laminated, and you, wherever you're going to put your kids, you make circles. So that's what that blue line is all the way around. And you fill this in with paint, a little snowy hill. And then you just flick paint, or I think that might be some glitter or whatever, laminate the picture once the paint dries, and then you put this little black thing on top, and it's just gorgeous. And every single year it comes out and it fills me with joy because it's so gorgeous, and I put it on my tree and it makes me so happy, you know, my kids being my kids. And yeah, they're a lot younger there, and so it's just a sweet memory, and yeah, fills me with joy. Now, I can't remember if I shared these with you guys before, but ceramic markers is something that I think any crafting person would love. Partly because it's not a craft that takes very long to do. It's a little bit of a learning curve because you're like, if you're a painter or a drawer or whatever, it might not seem intuitive, but there's a few different things. So I'm going to show you one that I've completed, and then one. So anything, these are all thrifted items I got from a thrift store. And if it says that it's dishwasher or microwave safe, you can quite literally do whatever you want to the cup. And then you put this in the oven, and this picture will stay. Now, I don't know for how long. I haven't tested it out yet because I'm doing a whole bunch before I fire them in the, the oven. But the other thing is you have to be careful that you don't put it, because this is not food safe. So there's a few different applications that I'm doing with this. This cup, I made sure that the lip of the cup was free and clear. But you also tell them you probably don't want to put this in the microwave now, but hand washing is completely fine. So for teacups, I think that's okay. And then, so this is something I'm working on for my niece. And this one as well is dishwasher microwave safe. So I don't know if it's like a little hors d'oeuvre dish or whatever, but she likes doing nail polish and stuff. And so she's recently been in Australia. And so I found a picture her mom took, and I'm doing this. I have been working with these different markers. And I don't know if you can see, but if you put a little bit of alcohol, you can actually move the color around and spread it out in a different way, where this is very much stippled, which is just doing a picture with dots. So like the leaf here, I did. But I'm trying a different technique with that. But the great thing is that she will always have this lovely little thing, and she can put her stuff on it and wipe it down, and it will always stay. And it's something that I think any crafty person would love to play with. All right, so let's go on to, I've kind of been all over the place, decorating stuff. So I don't know if you guys have ever gotten something big. So my husband recently bought a, what do you call it? A treadmill. There we go. We always call it the elliptical trainer, and I have to stop and make sure that I say the right word. But in that big box came a whole bunch of wood, little wooden stuff. and I kept them, and every single year since I've done this, I think I did it last year actually, but I loved it. I pulled it out and I was like, oh, it's so great. So this was something that I made, and I think I just glued it. I think I hot glued everything together. But the wood is so narrow, and then I stained it, and I put my, yeah, nativity scene in there. Right now I don't have a lot of others. I haven't had a chance to make the rest of them, but I just love how something simple with some rope to edge them, that's all it took. And I just love how it looks, because there's one at Costco that I kept looking at with an eye of, well, I liked it and wanted something that was bigger and more substantial, but I also like when they're white and they're not quite so colorful. So that was another one that I love, and I just wanted to share, like, when you see things that you're like, I wonder if I could do something with it. Yes, you can. You could totally do something epic and awesome with it. What's next? Okay, I'll pick something very, very random. So these goggles are something that I love. They're from Body Glove. And Body Glove is a brand that I think is really, really well known. We got it off of Amazon, but my daughter had adenoid and tonsil surgery. So literally every time we went swimming, she would get so stuffed up, and it would take 2 or 3 days for her to get that stuff clear. We've tried so many different goggles, and we've tried the little nose things, and at one point it literally fell off in the water, and so then she ended up with the same issue. This is completely different. I love how wide the band is so that there's not that issue, and then it really suctions to the face and makes sure that she gets no water in there, which is lovely. So I wanted to share that because I'm particularly loving her not having that like really full feeling in her nose. So the last thing I'm going to share is beauty products. And again, I am all about money saving tips and tricks. And for me, part of that is Temu, because so I've hit perimenopause, my hair is doing its own thing, my body is sore and cranky in places where it never was before. But the hair thing was really bothering me because I was like, I am losing hair at a rate that I can't sustain. Thus it's cut shorter now. But this rice water shampoo, rice water protein, these bars I think were like $12 to $15, and they last me the entire year. Let me say that again, the entire year. So I don't know if I shared this before, but I didn't have how long they last me. Entire year, folks. If you think about how much you spend on shampoo and conditioner, the entire year. So I am a huge, huge, huge fan. It's been something that has slowed that issue. I still lose hair, but everyone does. And I just wanted to share how epic and awesome that is to be able to say. The other thing that I do with my hair is, again, I got this from Temu as well, is all of these particular oils. Now this one I wasn't sure about because I was like, okay, it's oil. You put dry shampoo in your hair to avoid the oil. But this stuff, literally a little will go a long way. So especially with these protein things, they don't have like, they go in nice, but they don't make your hair feel nice and soft and whatever. This stuff does. And I wish you had smell-o-vision, but it smells really, really nice. And all I do is I comb it into my hair and just rub it on the roots. And when I'm getting out of the shower, after I've used the protein, I'll do a little bit more just to put on the hair itself, but also all the way through the scalp. So I'll probably do like 5 or 6 applications right after the shower and then dry it. It feels amazing and smells amazing. And I'll do that throughout the week, not very much, but I'll do it throughout the week. So I'd say 2, 3, 4 times throughout the week, just in the spots that I feel like are thinner or whatever. And this stimulates your hair growth, your baby hairs to be stronger, helps the root system. What are you supposed to do, sweetie? So all of those things, I got 2 bottles, and I've been using this for the year, and literally it's down that far. So this will last me years. And again, when you're talking about hair products and female products, they charge so much, and yet I have found equivalents or things that are going to last me significantly longer actually help. I was so thrilled. Help me. The other thing that I do in the shower with that shampoo is I found this at Dollar Tree, I think, and this just helps get that rice protein shampoo into your scalp. You're like giving yourself a scalp massage while doing that. I don't do it too hard because it is rubbery, but like you look at those spikes and they're really, really good for getting it like in there. So 2 more items. So I got these. They come in a special little case, again on Temu. I have seen these for crazy amounts of dollars. What?
In the brain.
In the brain. And I got 2 because I have been doing this lymphatic drainage in my very puffy perimenopausal face. And it feels really, really good. They're really, really soft, and they look exactly like the ones that they're selling in major supermarkets and malls and stuff for significantly more money. And I haven't really noticed, like you see some of those ads on Facebook where she's like covering her face and she does it and this side is like lifted 2 inches higher. I don't know. Maybe she has a different face than me, but I do see a difference, especially when I've been doing it in the morning and the evening, and you just are like telling your skin and your body it's okay to drain this away. I don't need to carry it in my jowls. And it's such a simple, easy thing to do, and you feel like it's self-care. Just tiny bit of self-care in the morning and in the evening before you go to bed, and it's awesome. So, and I just keep them in the case because I keep them in my makeup bag, and so I don't want them to get dirty with like powders and stuff. So yeah, I think I got these for like $5 to $8 as well. Like, yeah, I'm sorry if there's people on here who is talking about like Temu is bad and whatever. I have not seen any evidence of it. I have only seen good. So the last thing that I was going to share is this awesome cream. There's a bunch of different things saying it has to have like a Korean little flag on the back, otherwise it doesn't work. That one I have not felt is needed, but I will tell you this, as I've gotten older, my skin has changed, and you've got all of those issues with like perimenopause, and I'm like really dry skin. This stuff doesn't cause my skin to freak out. It actually makes my skin feel really nourished and happy. And I have pretty soft skin because I use like a oil of Olay super ultra moisturizer or whatever in the shower. This bumps it up, especially on my neck and face, and I find myself just like, which is silly, but I highly recommend this cream for you if you are feeling like I'm drying out. And I think this was another $10 to $15, and I will be getting significantly more because I just love this stuff. Of all of the lotions and potions I've tried, this one has made the biggest difference, especially around my eyes, because I am one of those people who has like the really big dark circles, and I smile a lot since I've got all the smile lines. This has made such a huge difference. So I hope that this has been a fun video, a video that you have enjoyed. I hope the music isn't too loud, because I always, every year, I have to go through and go, okay, is this good or is this not? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.